Hello.
Shall I start? I have a question for both of you. If you could choose to play another character, regardless of your age and gender, who would it be and why?
Well, I've got a few actually.
Say it on three.
1, 2.
Mrs. Hughes.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
What?
Andy.
Oh, come on.
No, there's quite a few. It would be nice to be somebody from upstairs just for wearing the frocks. So what about Lord Grantham? Oh, no, he doesn't wear a frock. Oh, well, only, but we don't talk about that. Yeah,
that's in the bonus.
Yeah, so maybe somebody like Lady Cora. She's very elegant. Well, she is naturally anyway, Elizabeth, but she's got some beautiful frocks to wear. Or, you know, I might want to get down and dirty and be somebody like Andy.
I don't believe you.
No, it'd be fun to do something rather than just sit with my keys, twiddling my thumbs and doing the books all the time. It'd be nice to do something a bit more active. So, like, I don't know, riding, mucking out pigs. You see, I want to be Andy.
Fixing the roof.
Fixing the roof, yeah.
I'd be Mr. Molesley. It's not that far a leap, because I'd still be a footman. But I just think I just think he's the nicest character. So great, and Kevin plays him so well. So I'd like to be Kevin Doyle playing Mr. Molesley.
Okay, thank you. Another question is, what was your favorite scenes that involve your characters?
Well, got lots of favourite scenes. So there's no one specific ones. I loved all the ensemble scenes where we were all together, either at some country fair or even in the dining hall or the kitchens when there was all the coming and goings, toings and froings going on. I loved our last scene in the servants' hall when we were saying goodbye to Downton forever. That was quite emotional, but a very nice scene to do. And all the lovely scenes that I used to do with Mr. Carson in his study, having a glass of sherry, and yeah, lots of happy memories.
Mine, apart from kicking down the door, which obviously was the best moment ever.
What door was that?
Oh, it was the door just to Thomas. I took that quite a bit. Well, I kicked it down and it flung open. It was quite heroic, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it was.
But there was this really lovely scene with Mrs. Patmore in the kitchen where I was asking about Daisy. And that was actually one of the last scenes we did. I think it was just before the Old Lang Syne one. But the first line is like, is Daisy interested in men?
Like, is
and
she?
Mrs. Patmore was like, what? Yeah, of course she is. So that was really fun.
It's a bit racy, wasn't it?
Blimey, here we go. And I just really liked it because I'd had a lot of stuff with Mrs. P, but like just to be in a scene with just me and Leslie was great. And it felt very intimate and like a little corner of the kitchen late at night. So that was probably my favourite scene to do actually. Apart from the door kicking.
So I have a question for you and then another one for you only. For Phyllis, in your opinion, when did Mrs. Hughes fall in love with Mr. Carson, or was she in love with him all along?
I don't think she's ever been in love with him, nor ever will be. No, that's not true. She probably was right from the beginning, but being her, she probably suppressed her natural instincts or her unnatural instincts. But yes, she probably just needed it to be pointed out by others, particularly the fans.
Thank you. For Michael, if you were Andy, would you really like Daisy or not?
Yeah.
Yes, and why?
If I was Michael being a footman in.
Yes, if you were Andy, like really Andy, you know, not Michael.
Yeah, Yeah.
Would you like her?
Yeah. Like I loved all the stuff with. I think he admired her a lot, like her fighting out of her role and her like saying what she wants, even if she was quite foolish to do that sometimes. I think like and the whole education they kind of came together a little bit with him learning how to read and her obviously being schooled. And I think there was I think Daisy was a brilliant character and I think Sophie was brilliant. Yeah, and I'm really good mates with Sophie anyway, so I would really. I'm not saying I would fall in love with Daisy. Well, who knows? But I'd give it a go. I wouldn't steal her hair though. That would be a little bit creepy.
Yeah,
nowadays.
which you did do, didn't you?
What,
But that was
or?
yeah, it did so. But that was the norm back then.
Yeah.
I've still got a lock of the first haircut that my son had when he was a baby. I've still got a lock of his hair.
That's sweet. That's not creepy,
Isn't it? No, that's
fine.
not creepy.
You're the mum.
Yeah.
Okay, so one last question for both of you. As an actor or as an actress, what was the most difficult thing in portraying your character?
Having to be in love with Mr. Carson.
And to hide
I
your
don't mean
laughter
that. I don't mean that. To hide it from Andy. I don't know really. There was a sequence where Mrs. Hughes thought she might have had cancer, and so there was a bit of a cancer scare going on. But I enjoyed that challenge. You know, it was great, and it also meant I had lots of nice scenes with Leslie. We all enjoy our scenes with Leslie Nichol, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mrs. Patmore. So it allowed us to become more allies and friends than enemies, which we'd started off the whole show as being at each other's throats. So that was a nice challenge. I enjoyed that, even though it was rather an unpleasant subject matter, but it was all right in the end.
Sorry, what was the question?
As an actor, what was the most
Attention
difficult?
deficit.
Yeah. Was it difficult? Yeah, what was the hardest thing about well, obviously, not extremely intelligent, so trying to tone that down was... I don't know, I mean, I found Andy is probably quite close to me. I'm trying to think what... Yeah. I don't know, I found him really lovely character to play. I really enjoyed playing him. And the relationships I was having with the people in the house were quite similar to how I was feeling anyway, because I was new to the cast. I don't know really. I tell you, the hardest thing actually was the serving, the dinner scenes, the hours that we were filming the dinner scenes, and me and Kev are just standing behind, so worried that we're going to just not. So that was difficult, but they were still really fun days. But yeah, I didn't really find that much too difficult with him, because he's
consummate, that's why. Consummate professional.
Consummate professional, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.